Osh, I'm that boy Cader. Welcome back to the channel, to the Cader report, man. So look, the UK Prime Minister just came out. Keir Starmer just came out and he said, basically, he's distancing himself from the United States. He announced that he's just talking about I think the state of things in the UK, right? So basically what he said was the UK needs to get closer with Europe, and it needs to get the connections between the UK and Europe need to get stronger, right? So that is not a good sign, because if you've been following the news, Donald Trump just said, not recently, but he said, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, he just said Keir Starmer is not Winston Churchill. So that alone was offensive to Keir Starmer, obviously. So we expected, or I expected at least, to see Keir Starmer maybe coming out and then hitting back to Donald Trump. But I don't think Keir Starmer is a stupid man. I usually I usually call him AI Starmer, and I usually call him like names and all of that stuff, but he's not a stupid man, and he's a very smart guy. But in this situation, it's a very, I would say it's a very tricky situation for him, because Donald Trump is trying to put pressure on Europe, is trying to put pressure on the allies, is trying to put pressure on NATO and all of this. But Keir Starmer just said, we need to get closer to Europe, we need to get closer to EU and all our partners, and he's basically trying to say he regrets that Brexit ever happened, and I mean Brexit, I wouldn't say it really benefited the UK, but I think it was necessary. It was actually necessary for the UK to get out of that whole situation. But in this case, Keir Starmer just said, "Hey, we need to get closer to our neighbors over here in Europe, for defense, for trade, and all of that stuff." So basically, Keir Starmer is saying he does not believe that the whole relationship with the United States is going to last long, or is going to be something they can depend on in the coming times, in the coming years and stuff like that. So he's just basically saying, hey, Europe, we need to get closer over here, so that there's safety in our proximity. Like, if we band up together as Europe, we're going to be all right. Even if Russia comes in to attack, or China comes in to attack, or whatever happens, because at this point you don't even know who's going to attack, because the United States might actually attack a country in Europe. You never know at this point, because with Donald Trump threatening Iceland, and trying to take Iceland from Denmark and all of this stuff, you never know what will happen, right? So, hey man, this is honestly a very, very interesting time we're living in, to be honest. These couple of years have been probably the most interesting I've ever seen in my entire life, my very short life, but this is very interesting, to be honest with you. So the UK, since Donald Trump said, is it yesterday or something, he said, go and get your own fuel, go and get your own oil from Iran. That's what Trump said. He started the war. Donald Trump started the war unprovoked. No one said anything to him. No one said anything to him. No one said no one bombed a US base. No one bombed the United States. No one did anything to any American. These guys just moved all their assets to the Strait of Hormuz and all of these places, strategic places. They just moved all their assets to all these places, and they just started bombing Iran. I'm not saying Iran is a perfect country, right? I'm not saying Iran is a country that is that has been on the right side of history the whole time. But in this specific case right here, Iran did not do anything to Donald Trump. Iran did not do anything to America. I'm not saying I'm on the side of Iran. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just trying to express my views. Iran did not do anything in this particular attack. And even some Americans cannot even figure out or even tell you why America is attacking Iran right now. So Donald Trump caused all of this chaos that's happening right now, and then after all of that, he asks for help from the allies, from the NATO members, and all of these countries, even China. We all know China wasn't going to help America with anything. It's not going to help with anything, bro. But he still asked anyway, and then after he asked for the allies and everybody else to come in and join him, they all refused. Everybody refused. All the countries refused, right? And then, right after he starts this war, everyone refuses. He says, "We don't need you," right? After he says, "We don't need you," he was like, "Hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna have to go and get your own oil. Go ahead to the Strait of Hormuz, a dangerous place that I created. Go over there and get your own oil." The whole world is in chaos right now because of one guy, Donald Trump, and the decisions that he made, right? It is a very chaotic world. Fuel prices are all over the place. Food prices are all over the place. I think Donald Trump does not understand, or he knows, but he just doesn't care, that whatever he does or whatever actions that he takes, especially with the oil stuff, there are countries that are actually not even financially stable, right? Without the war, whether there's no war, there's no nothing, there are countries that are not stable right now, right? And then imagine introducing a war on top of that, introducing price hikes, introducing fuel hikes, and all of this stuff on top of being unstable already financially and economically. Trump is destroying people's lives. If I'm going to be real with you, just because of the decisions that he's making. He did not think this through. That's what I think. I don't think he thought all of this stuff through. I don't think he listened to his advisors. Because I don't think Trump is the type of guy to actually listen to anyone, to his advisors, or to anyone in general. I don't think Trump is the type of guy to listen. So that's the thing, man. We are in this mess. America's in this mess. The world is in this mess because of one guy who does not want to listen to other people's opinions. And that is a sign of bad leadership. And then the other thing about Donald Trump is he did not even try to hide what he's doing right now. He's been saying this since like the 80s or something, which is kind of crazy to me. He's been saying this ever since he was like a young guy in the 80s and in the 70s and all of that. He's been saying we need to take Iran's oil, we need to take their islands and stuff like that. And we ignored the red flags. Almost the whole world just ignored the red flags, and now we're in this mess together. So I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think, man. But we need to honestly really be careful next time when we select leaders. Any leader of any country, we need to be really careful. We need to like go back if there are any videos or interviews of them talking or something. We need to actually go in there, and because most of the time people don't change. That's what I've noticed, especially with Donald Trump. He did not change his views on the world and his views on America and Iran and all of that stuff. It's still kind of the same 40 or 30 years later. You guys tell me what you think, though. Tell me what you think. Is Donald Trump or is Keir Starmer able to stand his ground? Is Keir Starmer able to stand his ground and to stand the ground of the UK without offending Donald Trump? That's the main question. That's the main issue right there. I'm that boy Cader. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think down in the comments, man. Peace.